Welcome to the first ever episode of WWE edition for TVAY. Yeah. So, if y'all didn't know, you know what I'm saying, we big wrestling fans around here. You know what I'm saying? We watch this ish every week.
Man, we just
Monday
finished
Night Raw. SummerSlam went hard.
So hard.
Man, best part about SummerSlam to me was the Bray Wyatt entrance and him leaving. The best part hands down.
I can't even lie, man. The audience was in sync. Like, everybody put out their phones. It was like the fireflies and everything all over again.
Man,
that was the most anticipated
needed the
match.
return of Bray Wyatt. We needed it. The company needs something different, and they definitely capitalized. And I'm
so surprised he didn't even show up tonight.
I'm so happy.
I'm so surprised.
Right, man. They're going to put him on SmackDown, but it's okay. It's okay.
Maybe.
It's okay.
All right, so of course, you know, we had to start off the show with Seth freaking Rollins winning the Universal Championship finally from Brock Lesnar. Like, this chapter, it should be closed. I don't want to hear nothing else. You already, like, we'll talk about that later, but Paul Heyman already know what's up. So, you know what I mean? So here comes Seth Rollins like, yeah, man, my ribs were broken. He was swinging me from my bandages. Y'all saw me during the pay-per-view or whatever. I had no chance. But guess what? I'm Seth freaking Rollins.
That's the way you're supposed to start the show off. You know, sometimes, you know, it's been a lot of times where, you know, they'll start the show and everything like that. But the main champion of the show is always going to be the Universal or the WWE champion.
Exactly.
So, and they start off the show like that with Seth Rollins, which is cool because that was the most shocking moment of the night.
That show was like, man, Seth, you know, I believe in your heart and everything, but you're not gonna win this. But
I just knew for a fact Brock was gonna beat his whoop into the
man. He gonna be dead. But here comes Seth. Like, cool. He went through it. He literally went through the wire and everything, but came up on top.
Yeah, it was cool. It was cool.
It was amazing.
So this was a good way to start Monday Night Raw with the Universal Champion Seth Rollins. You know, basically, he came out to show the WWE Universe love,
right?
Because, you know, during the match it was kind of like back and forth. He was, you know, and everything like that. He was getting whooped, but then at the same time,
he was
you
up.
know, he was like, y'all came alive, and basically y'all made me come alive. And then next thing you know,
here come AJ Styles interrupting him though.
Right.
Like, whatever you're talking about, I'm AJ Styles, and I'm over here coming to challenge you for your Universal Championship with the OC.
OC, that's a great name though.
With the OC,
but, you know,
coming up there,
you know
like, right,
literally. I love this because I said before the show started when I was talking to her, I was like, I want to see AJ Styles in the championship scene with Seth Rollins. I don't want to see AJ Styles at the United States champion.
And I didn't even know you were talking about with Seth Rollins. I just thought like he would keep the belt because, you know, he did fight Ricochet last night everything, you know.
And he won clean.
Right. So I was like, okay, yeah, he is in championship picture. He has big ideas, like, man.
Yeah, so starting off the show like this with both of them, it's different. It's starting off a new chapter on the show. That's cool. Next part of the show, Street Profits came out. They did the promo and everything like that, which I'm loving about this show. I like how they're mixing NXT with the main roster with their some of their most popular talents at the moment.
That after party hit Dawkins so hard, man. He was like,
that dude was like, man, fam.
Forward like, man, get up. We're supposed to be promoting.
He like, we live.
Stuff just happened with Seth Rollins.
The Beast Slayer and all this happened. You over here talking about the after party for SummerSlam, but like, in real life though,
he like, I hear you, dog.
That's where it's at though.
I can't right now. Right.
Can you even imagine what SummerSlam after party would be like?
Man, what? Boop, boop, boop.
Man. So Sami Zayn comes out and interrupts the Street Profits with his part and everything like
He's
that.
He's mad as ever. He like, man, I'm talking about everybody as long as I get to talk. And then they're like, oh man, what about that Samoa Joe character?
Right. And then after that, you know, they just like, they looking in the background like, Samoa Joe about to, you know, go in and everything like that. But like I said, it's great that Sami Zayn is being a part of the show because Sami Zayn is a past NXT champion. When he came to the main roster, he was up there with Kevin Owens and everybody else, but the show is just not
you can tell
letting
just
him
by music.
shine. He proves that he's great as a heel and a face.
Yep.
But I'm just glad that they're just not getting rid of him right now. So that's cool. But at the same time, when Samoa Joe came out,
I mean, we already knew what it was. Like, I'm sorry.
I'm like, sorry.
Man, that's what. Yes.
So that's cool. So Samoa Joe came out and, basically confronted him, called him Kevin Owens water boy, which is hilarious.
Right.
And, and then pushed him against the crate.
The water boy.
Right.
In the cooler. Oh, that's stuff.
So that was cool. That was great. I have no problem with that part of the show. Now it's getting. It was Miz versus Dolph Ziggler for the next match, and which is good. I felt like this was a good follow-up for SummerSlam because this is what people thought was going to happen at SummerSlam. It's going to be Dolph Ziggler versus the Miz.
Or it was going to be Shawn Michaels.
But that was a nice surprise for them to be like it's going to be Goldberg versus Dolph Ziggler. Hashtag good business match. Yeah, I said it. That was just a good match for Goldberg to look good against a smaller opponent. We always respect you, Goldberg. We'll love you for life and everything like that. But Undertaker got his chance. Undertaker came back with Roman Reigns after that. It was great just seeing him, but at the same time, the match was horrible. But, at the same time...
No, not horrible. It was entertaining. It was definitely the funny
entertainingly horrible.
So that was our expectations for Goldberg.
The Miz versus Dolph Ziggler.
Yes.
That was a good match after the pay-per-view, so they can give people a after the pay-per-view type of match.
And then Dolph Ziggler can promote his character, trying to be a phony, like what he said. I'm not medically cleared. I'm not medically cleared to even be in this match, Miz. Like, you're taking advantage of me because I'm not medically clear.
Right, he was a true heel, which is cool. Yeah. That was cool to the fullest. But, but the Miz went in the way he's supposed to and everything like that. It was cool. Yeah. And then, of course, Dolph Ziggler did what he had to do just like at SummerSlam, and then there it was. Yep. The part that I liked the most was he did the skull crushing finale while Dolph Ziggler was still talking. Like, he put him in this position and everything. He's still like, you're not gonna do. And then that part was hilarious. That was straight to the front.
Came to play.
Yep.
Dolph Ziggler winning all day. And then, of course, Becky Lynch had to come up like, excuse me. All y'all women back there, all y'all women. Yes, I'm talking to y'all. I'm Becky Lynch, and I'm gonna kick all y'all butts. Just to let you know that I'm still a man out here. You see, I got this belt here. Let me adjust it real quick on my shoulder. Like, Becky Lynch, that's me. So y'all come at me if you want to. You saw Natalia tried to come at me in her hometown, and guess what? I shut it down. Okay, I'm Becky Lynch.
Basically. Alright, so then next, after that, Elias came out. He basically was saying, man, I finally can do a concert for y'all without getting interrupted. He even counted down. He was like, 3, 2, 1. And then he was like, hold on, one more time. 3, 2, 1. And he was like, finally, I can play the guitar. And then that was it. Next thing Batman came out. Batman came out.
One and only.
Batman came out. Y'all saw his fit at SummerSlam.
Man, right? He wore the whole outfit.
He had the symbol looked just like Batman. He had the black
Robin.
On and
I say it's
like
Robin.
That.
Like he looked like Nightwing.
That's true too.
Nightwing.
Yeah.
So he had the R and
he was part of DC Universe though.
Yep. I'm Ricochet. Hey, the reason why people interrupt you is because you just kind of suck. So I'm just gonna come out here and show you how much you do.
Then,
I'm Ricochet.
Elias was just like, all right, you think I suck? All right, cool. Get in this ring, match starting.
Yep.
And it was cool. the match was cool for what it was and everything like that. At the end, Ricochet wins with a roll-up, but there's controversy at the end because Elias' shoulders were up. So that gave us the clue that they're going to continue this rivalry between Ricochet and Elias in the future. Or, you never know, WWE does like to do this certain times, but they just might get rid of the story. But for right now, Elias didn't lose. But Ricochet won. Yep. So that's what it was.
Elias is definitely still solid in my book.
That's what it was.
Alright, so next up is Selena Vega with Andrade with that all leather thigh high boot she was wearing, man. I was like, man, you being brave for the short girls because I'm not even brave enough to wear thigh high boots and them heels, bro. Why your face looking like that? Right. You know, and stuff. And, right. It was Andrade versus Rey Mysterio.
Right, Rey Mysterio, right. So, Selena Vegas came out with leather pants and high heel boots.
Yeah, she did. So, Andrade versus Rey Mysterio, man, that was an epic match, of course, because they are both great technical wrestlers. And, you know, we've seen the matches in the past and everything like that. And this is, like I said, the second time Rey Mysterio caught that L.
Right. You know, I didn't expect Andrade to win clean. Not clean. I'm sorry.
Well, I mean,
he did
Selena
cheat for the first one, right?
Selena did help.
Right.
She was in
I didn't expect him to get both falls in a row. But you know, I was talking to her and everything like that before the show even came on. I was just like, man, you know, this story really should just end. You know, because I feel like. You know, with Ray been losing and everything like that, and I'm like, now a major pay-per-view is over, and I'm like, it's time for new storylines because, you know, the next pay-per-view is Clash of Champions, and then after that is another major pay-per-view like Survivor Series. So it's time to do something new. Rey Mysterio, cool. Andrade
definitely needs that push.
Andrade,
move it up.
Yes.
Move it up.
Andrade needs to push.
Yeah, and then going on to Rey Mysterio at the end, like he was over here like, man, I'm worried. Like, man.
Right? He's
like,
he's about to cry. He just.
My family.
My family. She's asking, she's like, everything okay?
Right. Man, the contacts got watery and stuff. You saw they zoomed in and everything. Like,
I'm like, fam, you a legend.
Ray,
your family's
right, you solid. Like, you ain't worried about nothing. Like, you can retire today and still be great.
You know I'm like, that's cool. It was cool. So
solid.
I didn't really feel like, you know, because especially the second part of the match when he had to get the second fall. That part of the match, like the match went in, like everything technical. And if you just a true wrestling fan, you just like the fighting part of it. The second part of the match,
I always look forward to an Andrade versus Rey Mysterio match. Don't get me wrong. So I already know it's gonna be great. But now Andrade, like, you know, you proving yourself. Like, you obviously go toe to toe with a legend. So, you know, let's keep it moving. Let's show who else you can go toe to toe with.
Yeah.
I want to see Rusev. I'm saying it.
Yeah.
I haven't seen Rusev and Andrade versus Rusev match. What would be so wonderful?
Great.
I'm pushing it.
That'll be great. Alright, so then next Stone Cold comes out, does an interview with Michael Cole. I feel like this part wasn't really that necessary. It was necessary because of a business aspect, because he has a new show coming out called Straight Up Steve Austin.
Straight Up.
And everything like that. But the Skype interview was choppy. It was certain times where you couldn't understand Stone Cold or Michael Cole. Well, you understood Michael Cole, but Stone Cold had to speak to that microphone. His voice kind of went in and out at certain points and stuff like that.
You know.
And then basically
we always glad to see him, though. We always glad to see him.
Seth Rollins, he whooped his ass, and you know it was cool for him to speak the way he spoke. But at the same time, it's like, I understand you promoting your show, but you Stone Cold Steve Austin, it would have been nice for you to come out in front of the crowd. Right. Do like a quick stunner or something like that, and
you know it's only 3 hours. You have so much to promote. You have new shows. You have good stuff. So this is definitely on the business aspect. But you know they also promoted Seth Rollins. Like Stone Cold is definitely on Team Seth Rollins. Talk about giving him advice and talk about you live and die by the crowd. You know if you over here hype and this is what you do, then do what you need to do.
Right.
Give it a hell yeah.
Right. And that was cool. It's always cool to see Stone Cold on TV.
Yeah, always.
If you watch the Practical Jokers.
Yes.
Sal.
Yes. Volcano is going to be on one of the episodes.
Man,
like, we're definitely going to watch the show. If y'all want to hear how we feel about the show, let us know in the comments. As y'all been doing.
Sal is our favorite Practical Joker.
Yes.
Sal has a lot of the most memorable moments in the Practical Joker.
And then we actually see him in the audience of other pay-per-views. I forget which one it was.
Him and Q be there. So that was cool.
So
didn't like the interview too much, but his show cracking.
I'm definitely
Sal
interested
cracking.
in watching.
Different celebrities part of the straight up Steve Austin show.
Cracking.
Then next, Street Profits come on. Montez Ford hyping up the women's tag team championships. And that's exactly what happened. Angelo Dawkins still hung over for the SummerSlam after party. And he just like, man, was he the Kabuki Warriors? Alexa Bliss, your girl, Nikki Cross, about to be on there. What you doing? He just like going in. It was perfect. It was hilarious. Then after that, they had Drew McIntyre versus Cedric Alexander. Now, for me, this is not a believable rivalry.
This is definitely a David versus Goliath.
In my opinion, Cedric Alexander is a great talent. He really is. Fam be going hard. But at the same time, he went from not being on 205 Live, and they instantly just put him in a rivalry against Drew McIntyre, who
went against Undertaker.
Months or even a year's work. Went against the Undertaker and everything like that. Drew McIntyre has a better build as a strong character.
Right.
Yeah. It's cool to see Drew McIntyre break out from being with Shane. Because
he don't even
Drew
need to be under nobody's
definitely
shadow.
Needs to be on his own and have his own shine at the moment, in my opinion.
Correct.
So, but then, the match, to me, this was the best match of the night. This was a pay-per-view worthy match on Monday Night Raw between Drew McIntyre and Cedric Alexander.
Because
Drew McIntyre and Cedric Alexander at the top of the rope.
Ooh,
and both of them did a 205 Live with the flip off. And Cedric landed it. You know how big Drew McIntyre is?
Right.
Drew McIntyre literally is like, I can do this. Drew McIntyre flipped with Cedric Alexander, and it was perfect.
Right, he had enough momentum to still flipping and then boom, right into the mat. And then boom, 1, 2, almost. And then here comes Drew.
Kickouts, it was great. It was great.
It definitely made you question who was actually gonna win.
The whole time. It did. It came to a point where I thought Cedric might actually win. Man. But then it ended it with one of the most epic claymores ever. Bounced off the ropes and Drew McIntyre with that boot, blow, and then Cedric did the ultra flip, landed. It was great. Like I said, to me, it was the best match of the night as far as the wrestling aspect goes.
Cedric definitely needs that push. He deserves that push.
He does.
Because that definitely shows what the company thinks of them to actually put them against Drew McIntyre out of nowhere. To even be like, okay, fine. Here you go from out of nowhere to Drew McIntyre.
Yeah,
who was literally Shane's right-hand man.
That is true. Yep. So that part of the show, great.
Awesome.
Great.
So happy.
Just didn't believe in a rivalry. Then after that, the OC comes out. Well, they don't come out. They do a quick promo talking about the match between AJ Styles and Seth Rollins. I like this promo. It was cool because I like how Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson are being real with AJ. They're like, well, you would have given Brock Lesnar and you lost.
Hey, I only got one chance, okay? I only had one, okay? Seth Rollins had 1, 2, and 3 chances, okay?
Right,
man, put your hands up. Put your hands up.
Luke Gallows.
Yes.
He has a face paint now.
Yep.
And everything like that. They're going back to the Japan style of the club. Which is why WWE stop playing. By the time Royal Rumble or WrestleMania come, we better see the whole club together. Not just AJ Styles, Luke Gallows, and Carl Anderson.
But who?
Finn Balor. Stop acting like all four of them wasn't a group. As soon as WWE lets them come together, they're going to be as hot as Bray Wyatt right now. I'm done. That was that part of the show.
And then here come, like, this was a surprise match to me. I wasn't expecting this at all. No Way Jose versus Robert Roode. But then he came out with the fro all out and everything. Not even with the green braids. He didn't come out with the conga line. He was serious. He was like, man, I'm about to beat Robert Roode back to Bobby. Like, forget all this stuff.
Robert Roode.
Talk about going back to Roots.
Yeah, I still don't like it.
Bobby.
Bobby sounds better. Like, go back to Bobby. Like, it was suitable when he changed his name to Robert Roode because he cut his facial hair off and his whole hair situation
for that one episode, it was
cool.
For that one episode.
Now he looks the way he used to look. And now you need to go back to Bobby then.
Right. Like, you're not chasing the 24/7 champion no more. You're your own man. You don't have what's his name? Gable.
Yeah, Gable. Right. Yeah, Chad Gable, right.
Chad Gable,
they're putting you back by yourself. Right. So now, you need to, become glorious
and be victorious
again. But the match between both of them, wasn't nothing spectacular. It was just like, bathroom break.
Right, win back.
But,
done, you know what I'm saying?
That's what it was. Bobby wins. Yeah. I'm sorry. Robert wins. Which should have happened because, Robert has more potential than No Way Jose at the moment.
Yeah, No Way Jose definitely has a lot to prove because there's a lot of, superstars that are in the roster that we have not seen. Like, I feel like they should do the same thing like they did with NXT. Like, man, can we start seeing new faces and stuff? Like, a lot of these people who are definitely prominent in the story, like, they don't have anything to prove. Like, at this point, it's like, man, if you disappear for, like, even a couple of months, like, and you came back, we cool. Like,
that's what,
but
so.
Just letting you know, like, thank you for giving No Way Jose a chance. I can't wait to see how he is in the future.
Now it's time to give Robert, you don't have to be in the championship scene.
I won't give it.
But he don't have to be in no title scene.
Right.
Just let him be in a great storyline.
Yeah.
Basically. Paul Heyman basically comes out right after, didn't take long or whatever. As soon as they realized the Bobby Roode.
I got the exclusive. How come you don't have the exclusive? I'm Paul Heyman. My client, Brock Lesnar, will not be getting any more challenges. Will not be getting any more challenges with Seth Rollins. It is confirmed. It is undisputed. Adam Cole, baby. But Brock Lesnar is definitely done officially with the storyline, and we may be able to get a breather, and Seth Rollins will finally be able to branch off and do some great things, because we already see it with the AJ style that we saw earlier, okay?
Right.
Rock!
So then after that, it was Revival versus the Lucha House Party. Just a regular match because Revival has to prove themselves because they were the past tag team Raw champions.
Exactly.
So then, for some reason, I don't know, they keep putting them against the Lucha House Party because this is not the first time they fought. For some reason, when it just comes to regular matches, it's always the Revival versus the Lucha House Party. But, whatever. It's a fill-in match. It's cool. To give you, basically,
hyped
have
up,
you entertained and stuff like that.
Just know that the tag team, is still alive and well.
Yeah, make them relevant. Don't forget.
RTruth out of nowhere, literally running out and everything with his 24/7 chat. Like, literally, no business even being out here if you're the 24/7 chat, period. And it's like, okay, I'm just going to literally interrupt this whole match with everyone following behind me. And, like, this match will literally, like...
And then it's just over.
It's disqualified.
It's just over.
It don't even matter.
Right. And then after that...
Who wins? The Revival.
Revival becomes the first ever Cold 24/7 champions. Champions.
Yeah, co-champion. Yeah, co-champion. Yeah.
And then it was cool. I'm like, oh, okay, that's different. But then, like, literally 2 seconds later,
right, here comes Carmella sliding R2 back.
Kalisto comes out,
yeah,
gives him his finisher and everything like that, and then R-Truth is laying on the ground, and Carmella's like, oh, this is a perfect opportunity to put him over, win it back.
Right.
R-Truth
1, 2, 3, boom.
R-Truth is on the way to become the first ever 100-time champion.
Right, for real. I swear the number gets higher every time we see him. Like 87,000 champion.
Right, and R-Truth is going to be the greatest champion of all time.
For real,
because
for 24/7 championship.
But, so then after that, you know, they able to get away and everything like that. Then after that, you know, they go backstage, they do the little dance break, you know, having bars and stuff with each other and everything like that. And then, you know, it was kind of weird. Yeah. Elias walks out from the background and everything like that. And he got so close. He got so close to the point where I at least was like, okay.
I thought Carmella was going to see it. Right. She should have easily.
R-Truth had his back turned, but Carmella was literally like the sideways. She was just like, yeah, you won.
And then here comes Elias like 1, 2, 3.
Smack him with the guitar.
3-time champion.
And then Elias just walk out slow. He like, I don't care.
I ain't worried.
He like, I'm the new 24/7 champion, but I already been through a lot. I keep getting interrupted or whatever,
Elias,
so I'm just walking off.
Keep that ish up.
You know, I thought that part of the show was cool.
Yeah.
You know, because if we just would have just saw like, just the Revival versus Lucha House Party.
We've been like, why?
It's just been like
this had nothing to do with the pay per view yesterday.
Right. So, you know, you just trying to, you know, it's a good thing, you know, to keep the crowd entertained. So.
I like this.
That part of the show was cool.
A win.
Yeah, that part was cool.
Epic.
So then, you know, after that, Natalya came out basically to speak to the crowd about what happened at SummerSlam and stuff like that, which is cool, you know.
Reflecting and everything. Talk about her dad and all that, you know. Like, you know, she's come out with the cast.
Right.
You know, all hurt and all that, you know, from the arm bar, you know, just solidifying her loss.
Right. Basically, like, I got whooped.
Yeah.
And everything, but basically putting Becky Lynch on notice and like, yeah, you know, I know this happened to me and everything like that, but I will be back. Right. And stuff like that. And that was cool, you know, and then she started talking about her father, you know. If you notice at first, the crowd started booing and everything like that in the beginning of it. Right. But then, you know, they had to start showing respect because she was talking about her father who passed away and everything like that. So you really can't boo a situation.
But that's Sasha Banks was like, forget that. Legit box.
Crazy parts,
legit
man.
Box coming out. Legit box
crazy part. Haven't seen Sasha Banks since WrestleMania.
Don't care.
Understand? Haven't seen Sasha Banks since WrestleMania. You know, then the story with Sasha Banks, she was, you know, tweeting and everything like that. It was like a lot of rumors going around where she was going to AEW because she wasn't getting the storylines or the pushes or just the respect in the business that she felt like she deserved and everything like that. So it was very shocking and surprising to see Sasha Banks come back and everything. Man, just hearing her music.
Right.
You know,
like what?
You was not expecting that at all.
Out of nowhere.
After that, you know, she get in the ring. Act face,
you know, like
showing Natalya love and stuff,
right? You know, your father's anniversary and everything like that. But start
whooping her, start whooping her, which is great.
Yeah,
that's what I wanted. Right. I was like, man, I know you talking about your father and stuff, and you know that's cool. Like I said,
it's wonderful.
But this is a show, so real, you know, on the show, I'm like, hey, you need to get whooped, and that's exactly what happened. Right. But then it was a shocker. She put, I don't know how she did that.
What?
Whole blue hair.
Whole purple hair all.
And you know, under the purple hair.
Take everything else, shake it
and off. Didn't even notice it at all while she was walking down a ramp or nothing. She hid that blue hair like a G.
Man, what he say?
Like a G.
New blue hair, same true colors. The announcers going in like, man, forget it.
It was
the
great.
Announcers are the best part of this.
It was great. Becky Lynch comes out, you know, not
even with the belt on, though. That's a key point.
Know, right.
Not even with the belt on.
You know, not with the belt and not helping Natalya. Just coming out just because
Of what she said earlier.
Sasha Banks came
I'm
out
being
and
every
like
woman
that.
who coming up through here who did me wrong. And guess what, Sasha Banks? Since you coming out, I'm going to show you that you number one on the left.
And then, but the great part about it was Becky got whooped.
She did.
And that was great.
Because
and after
came
that
out with
part
the chair,
went off, whooped her multiple
times
with the chair. You know what I'm saying? The crowd was chanting, "Thank you, Sasha,"
Thank you,
and
Sasha.
everything like that. Like, we need stuff like that to happen.
Sasha.
You know, times after the pay-per-view.
Thank
You know,
you,
kind of like
Sasha.
WrestleMania. Like when you watch, you watch the WWE Network. They always be like the Raw after WrestleMania.
Right.
Like, I feel like it should be like that. After every pay-per-view, the Raw/SmackDown after whatever pay-per-view it was.
Right, you know, it's supposed to be like
this episode was exactly
keep
what
it up,
was
keep
that.
it up. Like, you shouldn't have to just go watch all the excitement for pay-per-views. Like, keep that stuff up.
Yeah, it shouldn't go from all hype for the pay-per-view and then the next day it's just like, I'm watching Monday Night Raw.
It's not reg. We're not trying to keep it regular.
Sasha came out on top, even though Becky Lynch came out and tried to whoop her and everything like that, but Becky Lynch still got whooped. And now I'm saying it now. Yeah, it don't have to happen at the next pay-per-view because only Clash of Champions. I already know Clash of Champions is not a major pay-per-view, but I'm still gonna say it anyway. I hope Sasha Banks whoops Becky Lynch, but I hope it happens on a grander stage.
You know it's gonna be. This is just only the build up.
Yeah. So
we'll see what
good
happens
move,
next.
WWE. All right. Then after that, it went on to the Women's Tag Team Championships, which is cool. They need to keep this title. They need to keep these belts in the show because it went for a long time where, the women's tag teams was just like it happened. Then
I feel like the Iconics should have been a lot stronger. I'm sorry, I feel like that they kind of like glazed over this whole title chip and everything like that.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that it's starting to get the push that it needs in the good direction. I'm sorry, Nikki Cross, but everybody's telling you the same thing. But we'll just see how far the storyline goes.
I was really hoping that Nikki Cross turned on Alexa Bliss. But
man,
or whatever.
It
but
ended up being on part of the pre-show. So I mean, at the end of the day,
just basically went with the story where Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross are going to be a thing together. But at the same time, it's still sad because you got Asuka and Kairi Sane.
Man, you ever see what's going on with Io
Asuka was
Shirai?
a past WWE Women's Champion,
right? And
who got the worst push for a championship?
Man, nothing happened. She had no matches the whole time. No matches until she lost it.
And then as soon as she was able to defend it,
that's it.
Just
and then
lose.
she lost it. And then now all of a sudden you're over here Kabuki Warriors and stuff with Kairi Sane, which is great.
Right, and
because
even that name still, I don't agree with the name. Kabuki Warriors, I still don't agree with the name.
We'll see what happens with the name. But Kairi Sane and Asuka, as a team together, that should be
dominant.
Ooh, right. So quick.
Should be they should be feared like Brock Lesnar. Kairi's if you think about the women's division, right. Kairi Sane and Asuka on the same team? No way. They should just be whooping everybody for a long time, but whatever,
even their manager over here on Snapchat, I believe in y'all. It's great. Hashtag here I am. She fixed the filter I'm
gonna look like this so I can hide my true emotions. At the end of the match, Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross end up winning and stuff like that, and it makes sense for the storyline, I guess, because Alexa Bliss alone is a great enough talent to still be recognized now.
I'm not going to deny
Nikki Cross is too, and so is Asuka and Kairi. But at the same time, as far as I guess the faces of what they're a part of, then.
All right, so of course we have to finish it off strong. We already had Sasha Banks beating up Natalya out of nowhere. So here we come with AJ Styles and Seth Rollins. We're thinking everything gonna be hunky dory. We already know the OC is around the corner. So here we come. Boom. They pop up. Boom. They beat him up. And then all of a sudden here come Ricochet. Who even thought Ricochet was even going to come out? Ricochet, out of all people over here defending Seth Rollins.
He was already part of the show earlier, so I was thinking they was just instantly going to go with a different direction.
He not even going to come out. Come on now. And then here come Braun Strowman out of all people.
Right, and it's funny because I was kind of thinking about Braun while I was watching the show.
Were you? Really?
Because I was just like, man, he was a part of the big Bobby Lashley feud, and he was the one that started off the Paul Heyman era thing that's going on right now, where when Paul Heyman took over Raw, the way they started off the show was with Braun Strowman and Bobby Lashley, and they did the whole little explosion thing when they got, speared through the wall and everything, bombs everywhere and stuff, and and I was like, man, you had him a part of, I'm just like, you had him a part of this big segment, and then out of nowhere, he's just not part of the show anymore.
Well, he popped up today. Right on cue, because here comes Seth Rollins still with the bandages on his waist and everything, like still trying to prove point. Like, I'm a fighting champion. Like, we got you, Seth Rollins. I'm still fighting. I don't care what you're saying. Well, Braun's like, okay, well, you keep fighting, but I'm gonna just back you up because. But then at the end, the three of them were standing together in the middle of the ring.
Yeah, they were, and then Ricochet and Braun congratulated Seth Rollins.
But could there be a new group?
Everything like that. I don't think it's going to be a group. I think it's probably just going to be just like, a thing that they'll probably do for like maybe just a week where they just be like, oh yeah, we're going to do a 6-man tag team or whatever and everything like that. But I don't think they're going to unify. I think they're still going to push Seth Rollins on his own, and Ricochet definitely is going to fade out of that picture. And then Braun, that's where you can turn it. Where Braun can turn heel on Seth Rollins. Now that would be.
I mean, he is the Beast Slayer, right? So what other beast is there really besides?
And then they can finally give Braun his opportunity to win the belt, which he should have been had a long time ago in the first place. Now that's where you can. Man, I need you right for this.
Talk about it.
Then they promoted King of the Ring.
Right.
It's next week. Between
it
both
is
shows.
Next Monday, right?
Yep, between both shows. They said it's going to be 8 superstars from Raw and 8 superstars from SmackDown.
So
for
look
King
forward
of the Ring.
to that.
That's going to be cracking.
That's going to be a build.
That's going to be cracking. That's a great way to build for the next pay-per-view. Yeah.
So,
we like the show. It went in the majority of the time. It's enjoyable, so yeah. Good job, WWE, with Monday Night Raw.
Because it definitely was raw to the fullest.
And we will see y'all again tomorrow on
I like that, man. We out here. Ain't no turning back now, man. It's TKT.